have it. I came across this book called Project 2019 by Charles Sanford. It was written like in 2015, 2016 by a Black man, and he was saying the plan was to make sure that we have education and as a way to go ahead by 2019. So I
Wow.
just thought it was funny because I had never heard of that book before. I came across it this weekend from a friend. I had never heard of the book before, and to see that there was already a Project 2019 from Black people, and I sent out a note this morning. It's like we have so many plans that we know that can work. It's just being
Mm.
consistent and continue to support each other in those plans.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just trying to do my part in it.
I love this. I just looked up the book. It's Project 2019. It was actually written in 1999. It's
1999. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Project 2019, Socioeconomic Equality Through Formal Education. Now I got something else to add to my list. I've gotten several recommendations today. I'm adding that one to the list as well, which is a good reminder, Nikki Porcher, that there really is nothing new under the sun. Yes, there are many new suns, but there is really nothing new under the sun. And I think, have been so consistent in reminding us that the solutions really aren't that elusive. Like we know what we need to do. It's just getting ourselves in the mindset to do it. And your team has put together something that's really, I think, special to help people. Because the last time you were here, you talked about the fact that you weren't just encouraging people to buy from a Black business, but you were giving us instructions on how to do that, because not all of us know how to buy from a Black business. And you've put together this amazing guide, because you all had said we don't need we got 5011 guides and directories on how to shop small and support diverse businesses, but you all created almost a master guide of guides that we're going to talk about today. Give us, for those who missed that previous conversation, just remind us how and why it is we need to be taught how to buy from Black businesses, how to support them, and then talk about this amazing tool you guys have put together.
Yeah, so our consumer course came out of me just having regular conversations with people in the community who were like, yes, I like to buy from Black business. I wish, but I don't know where to buy from. I don't know how to buy. I bought from them and then I just forgot about them. And just teaching you how to be consistent, how you be intentional, and how to put it in your mind where it's just subconsciously you think about Black businesses first. So we told you about the reason why you had to continue to buy from Black businesses. One purchase is just not enough. How easy it is to switch your everyday uses to Black businesses, how to find those Black businesses, and why it's important to support them, not just financially, but vocally as well. So
Mm.
often people are happy to wear all of these labels, like you see the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton, all that stuff. But I'm a person, they're like, oh, oh, girl, I got this from a Black woman. Like, let me show you her Instagram. Let me show you her website. Are you on her email list? Or I'll sign you up for her email list, and following up with those conversations, talking loudly about the good stuff when it comes to Black business, as loud as we are with the bad stuff, right? Because we talk about that all the time. And I always use the McDonald's analogy. No matter what, you're always going to ask McDonald's for ice cream. You know, since I was a child, the ice cream machine is always broken. It's always broken. They never, ever, ever have ice cream. But you still, every now and then when you go, you have a little bit of hope of maybe this time. But you don't
Mm.
stop going. You know,
Mm.
like I don't eat McDonald's. I eat McDonald's once a year, but you know, you still go because you just like I have the hope. It's the same thing with relationships. Dating sucks. You out the game, so keep your way out there.
Yes, Lord.
But
But
you know,
I will say though, for the long married, y'all better still be dating, or you ain't gonna be long married long. You better keep that dating romance going.
something things that you keep trying again. Take those actions and those habits into Black businesses. Don't think just because you only
Mm.
bought from them once and maybe you did not have a great experience, but don't classify that for all businesses, just like you don't classify that for all businesses that are not owned by Black people. And we taught that in that.
Wow.
We ended it with a consumer accountability pledge, and I'm glad to see like half the people who signed up for the course replied to me during the week of the course, and also they were taking the pledge, they was posting the pledge. A couple asked me about posters about the pledge, so I'm trying to figure out how
Oh.
we want to navigate that. But the pledge just literally just says like I'm redirecting my money on purpose. I'm choosing to be more responsible, informed, and intentional consumer. It's not about perfection, it's about practice. I commit to spending with purpose. I commit to supporting Black-owned businesses beyond the trend. I commit to holding myself accountable for where my money goes and what it builds. I redirect, I repeat, I rebuild. And
Oh,
it's
we
just
definitely need that on a poster. I need it on a T-shirt, a post. Did you put that on Instagram? I need it on a meme, because that and you read through it quickly, but I was following the language of it. That really speaks to the granular work of, because I say every day we got to be better people who build better communities, who shape a better world. That gives us the toolkits that we need to think about how to be better at this thing in this particular area. So I fully support the poster, T-shirt, meme idea. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I love that there's also a pledge, right? Because we oftentimes get access to information about how to be better, but having a pledge where we've learned this information and we're now committing to employing it, that elevates the level of seriousness with it. Because I feel like we could have an Urban View pledge at a certain point, like we commit to the upliftment of the people and the community, like, but that means something, Nikki. And I'm so grateful for you putting that together. And talk to us a little bit about some of the things that the people learned in that course. And then I want to talk about this amazing directory guide that you all put together, because you said something last week. You was like, we don't need no more guides. But then you were like, however, I can't help make sense of the guides that exist. Talk to us about that.
That's just what it really is, because I think, Lurie, that a lot of people, we get bombarded with so much information at so many times, right? Like, I don't know what you were talking about prior to, but like I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Like even with the rollbacks, we see Black communities are being torn apart publicly because of rollbacks, and they're going this way and that way. And it's just like, follow the instructions. Like, so we know there's all these resources out here, but maybe you don't know all these resources exist, or some of them are similar, or maybe you're overwhelmed by all of them that you just stop looking for them. So you put together a guide to let you know that there are other resources. We want you to come to us first. However, we do know that we don't have everything right now, and there are other communities that are standing in the gap in some of the places. So we want to make sure that we're doing our due diligence and showing that we are good allies to our communities by showcasing them as well.
Mm. So we now are in a situation where a lot of us have been holding on to our dollars. Some of us took that course and we have been investing intentionally, been very mindful about how we want to spend our money. And then a couple of weeks ago, someone called in and asked, how do I know where to go to find Black business? And I was like, oh, well, you could go here, you could go there. My husband sent me a text during the message. He was like, tell him about the one on the targetfast.org. I was like, oh, I forgot about that one. And Nikki, Porcher, that's usually how these things go. Like we're bombarded with, oh, I got a directory here, I got a buy black here, I got a digital green book there. But then when the urgency fades, because it inevitably does, we forget where those resources were. You decided to step in and make sure that doesn't happen again. Talk to us about this latest project that you've taken.
Yeah, so and I also remind me to share the DEI.watch website as well. But this latest project is just that, right? To let you all know where all the guys are. It's something that's quick, fast. You can go ahead and save the link on your website. And we got this idea to help amplify another sister who is also doing the work. I'm a community supporter, so I want to put people on. DEI.watch is a website started by Deshawn Spencer of Quayle TV, and she is keeping a running
tab. I know that brand.
Yeah, she's keeping a tab of the businesses that have dismantled and those who are reaffirming and reconfirming their engagement to the
Black
community. So that's a quick snapshot. So if you're in a store, if you're home, if you're trying to figure things out, go to DEI.watch, and then you can just pull up the business right there. It'll take you right to their actual page where they're saying something or a news article. But she's one of the sisters who's really out here doing the work too, who's not getting enough credit. And I just want to go ahead and shine some light on what she's doing with that project.
Say her name one more time so people hear it and remember it.
Deshawn Spencer, founder of Quayle TV and also DEI.watch.
I love that, because now I'm looking at the list. I'm at DEI.watch. Nubia, I'm going to drop this in the chat for you all. Jonah, if you could please make sure to put this out on Blue Sky. Remember, y'all, we're not going to be on Twitter long. Our general has put out the call. We moving. So we moving. But I'm looking at this DEI.watch, and what I'm seeing is there are companies on here, Nikki, Porcher, that I use. I did not realize T-Mobile had dismantled their DEI programs. I'm seeing Nordstrom, McDonald's, talking about that ice cream machine. That's why your ice cream don't work. McDonald's, how Jack Daniels got the nerve to be rolling back DEI? You wouldn't even. You know what? Let me focus on what matters. This is a very helpful tool because it gives us insight into where we should avoid if we can avoid it. Oh, but now I'm conflicted. Damn it. I didn't know Lowe's and Home Depot had pulled back. I thought just Home Depot. I was going to Lowe's because I thought they were still with the business. Damn it.
The thing is, I'm excited about that. Not that they rolled back the DEI thing, but because our Ace Hardwares, which are community support local hardware stores, were starting to dissolve in the communities. And those are the community stores that have people who work in the community directly. And you can just, like, it's like a second home. Like, it's your local bar. Now, I know some people feel that way about Home Depot and Lowe's, but for me, I go to my local Ace Hardware because those are people who live in my neighborhood. Those are people, when they see me outside of the store, they're like, oh, hey, how you doing? It's just a different type of environment. And if you don't have what you're looking for, they'll order it for you. How cool is that? And you can just go back the next day. And that also practice that intention shopping that we're talking about. about. Now you're being more intentional. You're not just buying stuff off the shelf because it's there. You're like, okay, I know what I want. I'm going in here. Here's a friendly person, and also the recommendation. So yeah, I was very upset about a lot of the businesses that I've seen on this, redesigning how I do things. One of the ones I really battle with is Meta, right? Because we use Facebook and Instagram
Right.
literally for everything. I did leave TikTok, but I went back on TikTok because that's where the community that needs to hear this message is. And I
Mm.
had to make a real adjustment about myself. Like, okay, is this about me standing there making sure that the information is getting to the community in a way that they can digest it and hear it, even if it's just through scrolling. And I'm just going back and forth. So I'm on there now. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay, but I'm on there now to help showcase that. But the Facebook, Instagram one, I heard you said Blue Sky. It's
Yeah,
just I.
it's
Well,
hard.
I'll be honest with you. I don't want to learn no platform. I'm gonna keep it real.